on monsters, but with Chaos Mode, it randomizes the stats as well. That means HP, Strength, Agility, and who knows what. It also changes shop prices and XP requirements. So who knows how much we'll require to get levels, and who knows how much things will cost. We might find a really cheap silver shield. Let's hope. And wow, I'm seeing a lot of agility right off the bat here. And it was just money, fairy water, and more money. So we have a heck of a lot to work with so far.
Yep.
But since we don't need keys, we can just raid the treasury right now, and we're getting an herb, another herb,
and the death necklace.
Oh, okay, and already setting up the gold grind. As mentioned, the shop prices are randomized here, so who knows how much money we would need. And oh, I see we already have stop spell for that. Could prove useful in the early goings. All right, and jkoper is the first one out into the world to see what we can find. Oh, well, there's a cave.
Yep. Oh. Well.
And I think Bass might have found our weak enemy here. Druid Lord, not hitting for much. Although the certainly seems to have a bit more HP than the weak enemy should have, so that probably isn't. And meanwhile, Emptyeye falling afoul to a knight.
Oof. So I've never actually seen Chaos Mode.
And ooh, Bass was able to win that War of Attrition and beat the Druid Lord. And that was a good 3 levels right off the bat. Goodness. And ooh, we see a Magi Wyvern that's not hitting too much. Ooh, but it has fire. Never mind.
Press F.
So at least one of our runners was able to get up. Is the Druid Lord's?
What was that?
So one feature of Chaos Mode is that one enemy in the initial area will have weak strength and have like 5 HP or so, just so that our runners will have a chance of trying to kill something. And I'm pretty sure that Druid Lord had more than 5.
Yeah, probably.
We have Tristal finding, gaining a level and finding Sharlock too. But I think it might just be due south of Tangential.
Alright, well, now that everything's nicely cropped...
Yep, Mathgirl also being a restreamer and tracker for this, doing triple duty today. Much respect.
Hey, at least this time I'm not doing solo the booth.
Yeah, I can only imagine how trying that would be.
I was supposed to have a commentator that time, but they failed to stay awake, basically.
And Basp takes down another Druid Lord. Gets, I saw 27 magic there at least, and bumps all the way up to level 7. And still only has Stop Spell and Repel. And for gaining 3 levels, those stats, aside from, I think, Strength was in double digits, the rest didn't really seem like a heck of a lot. And Emptyeye taking down a red slime, getting bumped up to level 4. I've only seen 1 cave so far. Well, I guess 2. One was under Tangential. I never did get a. Since we don't have Radiant or Torch, just couldn't really get a. Earlier.
Oof. Well, let's see how this works out.
Oh, it just depends on how far the nearest town is. We still haven't seen one yet.
Also, were any items found aside from the death necklace?
Just herbs and fairy water.
Alright, good, so I didn't miss anything.
Alright, so Tristal's paying a visit to this cave, and it's not a friendly cave, so we can't really do much there just yet.
Yeah.
And both jkoper and Tristal doing reset strats, which I appreciate, because I've often done the same. It's sometimes going through the death jingle and all that. Sometimes it's just faster to just reset, especially when you hadn't really accomplished anything.
Yeah.
And so with Basp having 54 magic, that's a decent amount, but when all you have is Stop Spell and Repel, you can't really do a heck of a lot with it. And based off of Basp's movements, I'm starting to think that that's the Grave of Garanham.
Perhaps. I don't know the caves very well.
You know, it can be hard to tell from the one tile that we're seeing, but I want to say the Grave of Garanham is the only one where you can just go straight down from the unless that's the north end of Swamp Cave, maybe. But since I think Basp has been going up as well, I'm pretty sure that's Grave. Still not the friendliest place to be right now, though. And ooh, we've got a town on jkoper's side, and it is Cantlin. Oh boy, that is the price of, ooh, Flame Sword for 55. That's nice. That is very, very nice. The armor is a bit more on the pricey side, but we still have 2 more shops, so we'll see if any of the others are more palatable.
Have they bought any armor yet?
No, just the Flaming Sword.
Who bought the flame sword?
They bought the Flame Sword.
Which ones?
Just jkoper. jkoper's the only one that's found Cantland. He only found it just now. Yeah, the armor prices are not very friendly, and no silver shield, no magic armor sightings whatsoever, so that's not very good. And the only armor that was even affordable was the leather armor, and he's going to go ahead and get that. And just going to grab the dragon scale as well. Just barely has enough money for that. And where did jkoper get the silver harp from? Was he able to make it all the way up to the top of to those chests at Garen's grave? Wow.
Wait, why do you think that he has?
I saw it. He has silver harp in his inventory. I saw it.
Oh wow.
So that had to have been one of the first 3 chests in the grave. I don't think anyone else has actually gotten that far. So that's jkoper getting some good luck, good fortune there, being able to get that far. And that was a wyvern that he took down and bumped him up to level 4. And jkoper finding Rimmildar as well. Holy cow! I just find some gold in the one chest though. But we have another armor shop, so let's see if we have something good here. Nope, not much. No, unfortunately.
Yep.
So while Emptyeye, Basp, and Tristal are trying to grind for levels, jkoper is getting a significant exploration advantage here. Although with this night, it's probably going to end right here and now. Oh no, he's able to get away.
Nice.
But a Wolf Lord stops him dead in his tracks. But he still gets to keep the equipment that he got, so... And Tristal finding a town, and Tristal finding... What do we have in the armor shop here? Ugh. We're still not finding the good armor here. Does get a broadsword and leather armor though, spending most of his money doing so. And still has enough left over for the dragon scale.
Gonna equip it.
Most likely jkoper got one as well. Alright, so the 3 free chests in here now. What do we have?
And fighter's ring.
Fighter's ring is not a bad item to have. It's not the best. It's probably not what Tristal's really looking for right now, but every little bit helps at this point. And Basp hitting level 9 and getting the heart spell.
Ooh, not bad, not bad.
And Tristal finding the south end of the swamp cave. And immediately dies.
That seems to be a frequent factor here, doesn't it? Dying.
Yeah, especially in chaos mode where you don't know what the enemies are packing until they hit you with it. So you can come across a slime and then it hits you for 40.
Ugh, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
branching out from some exploration, finding Sharlock. I think from this desert, I think this was where Cantman was. I may be wrong though.
Man, ouch, these stats hurt.
Yeah, not getting a heck of a lot for strength right now. But that's bound to rectify itself eventually, but right now, even with jkoper with the flame sword, it's not much. But it's enough to take out a magician, as long as it doesn't use hurt on you.
Right.
Ah, I see. jkoper's making use of stop spell to prevent the Hurtmore from landing.
Alright, there should be game audio now.
Crystal's finding some decent grinding with the Druids. They're not giving a whole lot of XP per fight, though, but it's something that he's able to take out, so that's better than nothing.
Indeed.
Little by little, Crystal's gaining levels along with everybody else. Although Basp getting that early advantage is definitely making the most of it. Ooh, Bunting gains a level again, looks like. Or never mind. Basp is... Yeah, it looks like Basp is in the Grave of Garanham and getting their Silver Harp.
There's level 9 for jkoper.
Basp is trying to sling hurt spells at this stone man, seeing if he can out DPS him, and doesn't quite make it. Ooh, and we got wolves and werewolves, both with Dragon Lord Fire. Oh boy.
Well, that's no fun.
No, it definitely is not. jkoper found the mountain cave. Didn't see where that was. And finds the stone of sunlight. So that's another one of our major items that we needed.
Yep. All the encounters, though.
Finding another cave, but is taken out by the green dragon before we can get to it. Alright, so jkoper's down in the second floor. See if he can grab whatever whatever else this cave has in store. And we got wings. And an herb. Alright. And X-Knights have Dragon Lord Fire as well. Oh dear. And since Basp got done the gold grind, definitely wants to keep it. And the enemies really don't want Tristal to go into that cave. Even though we don't have any healing spells yet, at least we have some free herbs in the treasury every time we go back to Tanagel.
That is true. It's good to have some healing stuff readily available. Also, oof, jkoper, take off the Dragon Lord 2 breath.
And it turns out those wolves have sleep too. That's not nice.
Sleep and Dragon Lord 2 breath. That is disgusting.
Yeah, that's the big nasty combo right there.
Slept direct in breath.
So while jkoper, basp, and Tristal are trying to make some headway in exploration, Emptyeye is still kind of stuck doing some early grinding, though it does get a red slime kill, taking me up to level 6. And another werewolf shot takes down Basp. And it looks like Emptyeye is starting to branch out now as well.
Yeah, I mean, at level 6, it's not that bad of an idea.
Yeah, though the Droll Magi is having none of it.
Basp has been stuck at level 9 for a while now.
Well, even if he's able to kill enemies, he's trying to preserve that gold grind that he had. Although it looks like he's going to start XP farming some more.
Yeah, the strength and stuff has not been particularly kind this season.
Not yet, no. Though it doesn't help that 2 of our runners haven't even found a town yet.
Basp and Emptyeye?
Yes. You know, Tristal's found a town, but it's not the same town that jkoper found that had the flame swords. I'm sure Tristal would rather have that than the broadsword, but he's making do with what he's got, though these werewolves really aren't playing nice.
Yeah. Note to self, never play Chaos mode.
Yeah, Chaos mode's definitely not one of the nicer variants, though. Some days it can be nicer than others, but at least our runners are gaining XP. So I think there was a seed a day or 2 ago where the runners were stuck at level 1 for over half an hour.
I mean, I have a reputation and a half for rolling horrible, horrible seeds. So...
I rolled... Ooh, this cave was the Stones of Sunlight cave. And
yeah,
it just has
gold. You roll what kind of seeds?
There was one seed that I rolled that actually ended up being an unbeatable one. So
Oh,
it wasn't Dragon Warrior, but still, it was a legit dead seed. So that was a fun experience.
oh my. You know, people in my old community used to, well, actually, now that Randomania's acquired it, the Game Racing channel, I used to have a reputation for rolling god-awful seeds, because I only ever rolled god seeds or I rolled awful seeds.
So you're a person of extremes, then, I guess.
Yeah. Well, to put it in perspective, in a game that usually takes 3.5 hours, I rolled a world record seed, one race, and then the next race I rolled a 6.5 hour seed. Winning time.
Wow. jkoper taking the XP lead, hitting level 11. Ooh, at least on Basp's side, I see Heal and Radiant, I believe. No, that was Hurt and Radiant, never mind.
Ooh, Stones of Sunlight! Oh wait, we already saw that. Wait,
Yeah,
I didn't see that earlier. Oh well.
Yeah, jkoper had found that, I believe, earlier. So there's still two chests in the mountain cave where we don't know their contents of yet. jkoper was able to get the two top ones on the second floor, but not the bottom ones.
Yeah. Also, thou art dead.
Yeah, and looks like we won't be finding out what those chests are for a little while longer yet. Tristal's gonna be heading down into the grave and see if we'll be able to get his harp soon.
Was the harp in here?
Yes, it was, and there it is. Oh, and he's actually doing a gold grind here in the grave. Wow, that's original. Unfortunately, unless he's lucky, he's probably gonna lose half of it on the way out. But just knows if he's able to do a gold grind here and now, you could probably continue it after death or something. But grind in an actual cave.
Yeah. Also, internet, please.
So, unfortunately, I didn't really see what direction jkoper went when he went in Grimmeldar. Nobody else has gone in that direction and lived, so...
Yeah, it's hard to pay attention to 4 screens, commentate, and track. So it's... yeah.
And Crystal trying to find a door in the dark. There we go.
Kind of reminds me of Dark Rooms in A Link to the Past.
Yeah. I mean, granted, we can see our sprite here, but it's not really. That's about all we can see.
Yeah.
And then gets ambushed by an armored knight, and all that time and money is gone.
Well, only half of it.
Yeah. Ooh, and Emptyeye finds finding Cantlin. It's just a matter of whether he can get into it without this red slime in the way.
Yep, he makes it.
And Basp finds Cantlin as well. Both of them will be getting their flame swords shortly.
Did Basp get it?
Yes. If they both bought flame swords. They decide to
blame them.
peruse the other weapon shops for armor, which they're not really going to find much. Just a large shield for about 13,000, full plate for about the same amount. Finding that really cheap flame sword is about the best that we got here. But Basp does buy leather armor. Better than nothing, I guess.
Yep.
Tristal got one of the chests that we hadn't seen at a mountain cave, and that was the torch. Basp finds Grimoldar as well.
Move it, person.
And Emptyeye getting the dragon scale. I didn't see Basp getting a dragon scale. I don't know if they did or not.
I thought they did. Maybe not. Actually, yeah, did they?
Alright, we'll see next time they pull up the inventory.
So has Emptyeye gotten the stones or staff, and has Tristal gotten stones?
No. Well, actually, in the mountain cave, they probably did. Because they were here in the mountain cave.
Who got what?
I think Tristal did get the Stones of Sunlight. Meanwhile, Emptyeye is using herbs to get the coordinates. Let's see what we have here. From Tanager, 110 leagues south, 23 east. Oh my goodness. That is not nice. Yeah, I don't see anyone trying to count that out. That's just not going to happen. And yet, according to chat, Tristal did get the Stones of Sunlight, and has found Cantlin and bought a flame sword as well.
Wait, who got what? Sorry, I'm trying to...
Tristal got Stones of Sunlight and a flame sword.
Okay,
And jkoper finding Garenham, it doesn't really have much. Although jkoper does get the fighter's ring.
and I think that Tristal just got full plate.
Yeah, just spent a whole bunch of money. Yeah, I think the full plate was the best one out of that best armor that we saw. And J-Coper trying to make their way through the swamp cave in the back of Garanham.
Staff Rain Cave.
And finds a Brecconary right there, right near the swamp cave. And Basp finds a Staff of Rain Cave. Go ahead and goods their Staff of Rain, and Brecconary doesn't have anything that we haven't already seen. Still no Silver Shield, no magic armor yet. Which means, by process of elimination, those things would have to be in coal if they're anywhere. And Tristal getting the rather unpleasant news regarding the coordinates.
Yeah, I can imagine he's not real pleased about that.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do some princess rescuing if we're gonna find that. And Tristal used up all her herbs, I believe, and still was not enough to get out.
Oof.
At least he bought his equipment beforehand.
True.
And J-Coper finds coal. Let's see what we have at the search tile.
Fairy flute.
It is the fairy flute. Alright, let's see. Last ditch effort, no weapon job. Oh! Still no magic armor, no silver shield. There is no silver shield in this seed whatsoever. Ew.
Rip.
I mean, we're gonna be finding Edric's armor at some point, but still, no silver shield. That is, I didn't know that was even possible.
Oh.
And J-Coper exploring more of this second continent. Although I don't know what else there would be to find. Well, there is the Tablet Cave. We haven't seen that yet. And we also haven't found the Rainbow Drop Cave either. And it's not on the second continent. So J-Coper's pretty much explored everything, seen everything there is to see, and it's not much.
There's the dragon scale. Dragon scale for Basp.
Ah, yes. And J-Coper falling to a slime. And J-Coper did have an experience. It's caught up now.
Oh gosh. Internet?
And Tristal finds Garanham. Oh no, Tristal had already been to Garanham. He already has the fighter's ring. Never mind.
Alright. Tristal not buying anything.
No, there's really nothing new to buy.
Yeah, true.
Aside from maybe a large shield, that's about the only other thing we can get at this point. And ooh, J-Coper hits level 14, 7, 6, 13, 5. New spell. And it's heal. There's our first healing spell at level 14. Ew.
Are all spells still guaranteed to be learned by a level 16 on Chaos Mode, or no?
Yes, that is the case. Which means about half the spells are going to be learned in these last 2 levels. That is ugh. Yeah, because we only have 5 spells at level 14. All the rest of them are contained in levels 15 and 16. Holy cow.
Well, there's our current stats.
Oh, this our agility's looking pretty good. The MP's looking pretty good on jkoper's side as well, but strength is still really lacking.
Well, you never know. Maybe 15 and 16 will have some nice boosts.
Well, it's kind of a... As far as Dragon Lord potential, that's kind of a moot point until we find... Oh, we still haven't found Hawksness, and we have... At least half of our runners have the coordinates information. So until we get the token, it doesn't really matter what our stats are regarding Dragon Lord stuff.
True.
So Basp is heading into the mountain cave once again, and Tristal finding another werewolf. Or shall we say the werewolf found him. At least Basp is able to do some decent damage to these wraiths with the flame sword, although the wraiths are still out damaging them. They don't have too much more for health. You know, jkoper finds the Staff of Rain cave. Go ahead and collects that. Yeah, the healing, the Wraith was definitely outpacing Basp's healing there. Thankfully, he was able to get away. And Emptyeye is exploring the mountain cave as well and is about to get their Stones of Sunlight. And we're about to see this last chest in the mountain cave. What is this? It is money. Ooh.
Wait, who got stones?
Emptyeye. Is getting them right about now. Tristal getting the bad news that Hawksness doesn't have any better equipment than Cantlin did. Now the question becomes, where is Hawksness? We know where the swamp cave is, so rescuing Gwayland is a feasible thing, though we don't know what the trap tile enemies there is yet. Nobody's checked for that one. And Basp doing another gold grind, no doubt for saving up
I do wonder where the Rainbow Drop Cave is, though.
I don't think we had seen that yet. There's not. I missed it.
What was that?
I don't think if any of our runners had found the Rainbow Drop Cave, I missed it.
You know, I wonder if the token will be at the search spot.
It's either the token or Edric's armor. That's what it's come down to.
And both we really pretty much need, so...
Yeah, pretty much. So I think Gwaylin is going to be rescued today. Because I would be surprised and very impressed if any of our runners would be able to count out 110 south.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun. Did Emptyeye ever get any armor?
I don't believe so, no. So Basp just went and purchased a large shield, which from what we've seen, that's the best our runners are gonna get. And Basp is gonna get the unpleasant news about where that search spot is. And that's another corner of nothing. But there's a cave. Not sure if it's one we've seen. We're about to find out.
Oh, Staff Rain.
Oh, okay, that's Staff of Rain, alright. And when you got 4 runners going in 4 different directions, it can be... Goodness knows I've had issues trying to navigate these mixed up maps, so... Following 4 other people do it at the same time in 4 different directions is a very interesting experience, to be sure.
Yeah. Especially trying to track all 4. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing this. I kind of forgot that this meant quad tracking. Seriously? That's kind of gross, the experience needed.
Yeah, our experience standings are pretty much a tale of 2 halves. jkoper and basp are in the 4,000s. Emptyeye and Tristal have a lot of catching up to do.
Oh. Yeah, this is not gonna be 10:58 till the next. Oh, we found Jerk Cave.
Alright, well. Ooh, I think we found. Yep, there's Hawk's Nest. And that's probably Tablet Cave right next to it. Oh, wow. The werewolf is... The werewolves have infested Hawk's Nest and sending Tristal back home.
Ooh. Well, at least he knows where it is now.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a short walk.
Well, I think at this point it has to be either the armor or the token, so...
Well, yeah. I think our runners would probably rather... I think they would rather find the armor first at this point. So finding both is definitely a priority.
Yeah, but finding the armor first kind of makes it nice to go exploring.
Yeah, especially since we haven't really had much of a selection of armor as of yet. So Tristal got to make their way through the swamp cave. I'm curious to see if they were going to try and check the trap tile while they're here. And nope, just passing through for the moment. Unfortunately, the best thing Tristal's gonna find in this second continent is the fairy flute. So, another thing that we haven't found yet is Edric's sword. And there's really only two places it can be right now. It can be in that one-off chest in the tablet cave, or it's in Charlock. Which, thankfully, we're on short Charlock flag, so the trip to actually get to those chests will be really short. It's just a matter, we don't even have the means of getting in there right now, though. Another werewolf for Tristal, another set of dragon or fire that just took him down to next to no health. Through that, I wonder if those werewolves are getting a little annoyed that Tristal's not going down in one hit. Tristal deciding not to head back into Garanham, at least not yet. I mean, granted, there's nothing to be seen in the other continent, but Swamp Cave's still a thing.
Yes, it is.
Although, given our respective attack power, who knows if he's even thinking about rescuing Waylon just yet.
A bad idea. Could get Ardrick's armor.
Yeah, but it's the bigger issue is the trap tile monster. Those trap tile encounters tend to be a nasty thing, and maybe Crystal's just not trusting himself to even try it just yet.
I would say it's at least worth it to see what's there.
Well, you're not wrong, but notice those we've also got Hawksness to check out. Crystal's the only one that has found that just yet. So that's probably where Crystal's headed.
Probably, and there's the rainbow drop key.
And basp and Tristal heading towards it from different directions. And jkoper's finding it at the same time. Holy cow. Three-way high five going right here.
Dang.
I'm sure at this point all of our runners are kind of wondering where the heck all their spells are.
Well, you know, they all have to be learned by level 16, so I guess
Yeah,
there's
but
some mercy in that.
Yeah, but usually you have more by this point.
Yeah, very true.
Alright, so jkoper finding Hawksness and presumably Tablet Cave. Oh, he's checking the cave first.
I mean, with
And-
any luck, maybe at level 15 it'll just hand him all 5 spells and be kind to him, but I doubt it.
And Tristal heading into Tablet Cave as well. Let's see what our freebie is today.
Just
It
wings.
is the wings. Aw, boo. So that pretty much confirms Edric's sword is going to be in Charlock.
Ugh. I'm saying vanilla just because of how rude this seed's been.
Well, even then, it's not that long of a trip. Because in short Charlock flags, as soon as you enter, you're immediately on the bottom floor, and they added a set of stairs that'll take you to the vanilla Edric sword chest.
Ooh. Fast dies to the werewolf.
Yeah, those werewolves are not taking prisoners. So, and jkoper and Tristal are making their way through Hawksness as well.
It's an AK-47.
I think I'm lagging behind you on the comm stream.
Oh, well, remember, I'm the restreamer, so I have...
Chris out! And look, hits level 13, so 3, 7, 24, and 1, and learns a whole bunch of new spells, no doubt, and that's where Edric's token is.
Oh, so, yeah, about that, search spot.
Yeah, about that search spot. Thing is, I don't think jkoper even knows what the search spot is yet. I believe it was Emptyeye and Tristal are the ones that know about it. I know jkoper doesn't. I don't think basp does either.
Oh, man.
But jkoper does parts needed to get the rainbow drop, and he's going to go ahead and grab that right now.
Level 16 for, basp.
So that's pretty much all the spells were right there.
Yep. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's a metal slime kill, and that's a bit of a role reversal in the rewards for it. Oh my. But this is a part of Garen's grave we hadn't even seen yet. Right, I had forgotten. We could have Edric's... Well, there's a dragon scale there, but we could have Edric's sword at the bottom of Garen's grave. We haven't seen that yet.
Oh, we shall see.
Bear in mind, Emptyeye still has no healing spells yet. Don't know how many herbs that he has stockpiled as of now. Especially with the werewolf right there. Oh, he's able to get away. Nice. And, oh god, pretty much a full stock of herbs. Okay. And turns out it's a rogue scorpion at the trap tile in Swamp Cave. And can Tristal take him out? Ooh boy. This is pretty much his last shot. And that's a no. But at least Tristal knows what the monster is that's there. And apparently it was just money at the bottom of Garen's grave.
Well, that means the sword's in,
As in Sharlock. And jkoper is about to get the lovely, lovely coordinates.
Did he talk to him before returning?
Say what? Yes,
I
he
missed.
did.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
It was just a long pause of, really? That's how far I have to walk?
Poor jkoper. Poor all these runners.
Yeah. But jkoper is gonna be our first runner to enter Sharlock. And then immediately dies. I didn't see. Was it the token?
What? Cut out.
Basp returned to Tangential. Was he able to get the Edric's token?
I'm not sure. I guess we'll see when he opens the inventory. Meanwhile, jkoper's encountering a wraith in Sharlock. Ooh, but with a critical hit. Very nice. That was a lot of strength that you got from that one level. Oh my. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's in the treasury of the castle.
I'm curious as to what Basp is doing right now. I'm starting to think maybe Basp does know the coordinates. Maybe he is actually trying to count it out.
I mean, they can do it.
So we have jkoper and Basp already at level 17. HP and MP look pretty good. Attack power, decidedly not. Defense is even worse. And, oop, there's the sword.
Yep.
So even with that sword, that bumps up jkoper's at 20, so that's an attack range of 5 to 10. And that's not very good. And thing is, with Chaos Flags, Dragon Lord 1 is their stats gonna be randomized as well, and we've seen Dragon Lord 1 hit you for like 70, 80. I think someone saw him hit for 90. And I'm pretty sure the runner had more defense than what we're seeing here. So that is a legitimate concern.
Oh boy.
And not to mention, without Edric's armor, the Dragon Lord breath is just going to be at full strength, and that's just not going to be a fun time.
Yeah. They ought to at least try to rescue the princess. See if something feasible.
We know well Crystal's attempt that it's a rogue scorpion, and those things are not the nicest things.
And then our
Oh, Vanilla Red Dragon.
Alright.
And looks like Basp is... He's at or close to the search spot. Let's see if he's able to find it. And Tristal, encountering a golem, decided to put that fairy flute to good use.
Probably a good idea.
And Basp is combing the beach for trying to find that armor. Based on his counting, it should be around there somewhere.
Oh, we shall see. Hopefully he finds it.
Yeah, he is starting to run low on MP. That is a concern. Emptyeye and Tristal are at Garenham. I think this is Emptyeye's first time here. Well, with checking the armor shop and whatnot. And Basp is still beachcombing. Still kind of fruitless so far.
Looks like he's just going tile by tile right now.
Yeah, wait, counting out 110 is not the easiest thing. Just the fact that he's able to narrow it down to this area, assuming that this is where it is impressive on its
own. You'll be very sad if it's not here.
What makes it even worse is that these are desert tiles with a high encounter rate, and he's pretty much given up. Tristal, I don't know if this was the trap tile or not, but I would think they wouldn't be trying to kill this thing if it wasn't the trap tile. And Emptyeye getting the more bad news about the equipment situation. And, ooh, Tristal does it! Gets very little for it, but he is successful.
Nice.
Decides to heal up afterwards, and I don't blame him, because goodness knows I wouldn't want to die after all that. And, oh, it's another Rogue Scorpion, but he's able to get away from it. Oh, but the thing is, I don't think they have return yet.
Ooh.
At least Tristal doesn't, so he's gonna have to walk this out. Not only walk it out, but walk it all the way back to Tangential. That is not a fun prospect for sure. And it looks like Basp is in Garenham. Looks like we might be seeing another rescue attempt here. And with Basp having hurt more, those Rogue Scorpions should go down a lot quicker. Oh, Tristal had wings. Okay, we're good. All is well. Oh, but this is Basp's first foray into Garenham. And Emptyeye finds coal and gets that last bit of bad news.
Yep.
Okay, good. I would have thought that in any given seed you should have access to all the armor, but I guess not.
learn something new all the time. And Basp is about to learn that same news.
Man, that's gotta hurt.
Yes, definitely. So with Waylon's love, Crystal is likely to be the first one to find the Edric's armor at this point.
Yep.
And I think Basp, although Basp looks like is good, trying to rescue Waylon as well. And with Hurtmore, it's a lot faster. And I think we're about to see the same thing on jkoper's side as well. And with outside and return, heading back home is a simple task.
Yep. I'm probably quite glad to be done with that task.
Yeah, it'll definitely an easier thing for jkoper and Basp than it was for Tristal, what with having Hurtmore and Keelmore as well. Go farther south, Tristal. So, if anything, we'll see how close Basp actually was trying to count it out manually. Ooh, Tristal's able to one-shot the wolf. That is nice. Yep, and jkoper heading for the Rogue Scorpion. Alright, so Tristal's in this desert, so let's see how close we are. Actually, yeah, we actually are pretty...
There it is.
Yeah. There it is. Basp was really, really close.
Have to go down to the bottom.
Yeah, he was at the bottom. It was just a little too far to the west. If he had checked a bit more, a couple spots to the east, he would have found it. And goodness knows when he does find it, he'll probably thinking, didn't I check that spot?
He's not gonna be happy.
No. And Tristal heading straight for Hawksness. Even if we run afoul of the werewolves again, with Edric's armor, survivability is a heck of a lot better, and nope, it's able to get away from it. Nice.
Didn't we already get... Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's like, what?
Yep.
what Tristal's strategy is here for taking out this Armored Knight. Though the fact that these Armored Knights been getting the drop on him is not working out.
Alright, gonna get his token.
Well,
Assuming he doesn't die anyway.
right. Yeah.
Or...
Well, no. Actually, no, he's whooping back out. I might be waiting until he gets hurt more or something. Although hurt was proving not to be the most reliable thing in this particular case, but still better than what the physical damage was. And meanwhile, Basp is gonna head for the and yep, one hurt more, and that's all she wrote. Oh, actually, no, we're actually doing a grind. I thought Basp had gotten the rainbow drop, so I thought it was weird that he was heading back here, but hey. Level grinding!
So
nothing else, we need defense and attack power. Because who knows how beefy Dragon Lord 1 is gonna end up being. And you know, jkoper with GPS in hand is heading for the Edric's armor as well.
Man. What's the max Dragon Lord 2 can have? Health?
For health, I honestly don't know.
Emptyeye ever get staff or heart?
I don't think so. I have to check the inventory again. Meanwhile, jkoper is... If anything, it looks like we check in the trap tile at least. In Charlock, and Basp is following suit, about to get Edric's sword. And Tristal about to reach the bottom of Garen's grave. Unfortunately, will not be finding the sword there.
Probably open for it though.
And one last ditch effort, just to hope that it's not in Charlock.
But unfortunately it is. This was not a kind seat at all.
I have seen worse, but yeah, this one's not very nice.
I think I'm probably gonna be banned from seed rolling from now on.
And the trap tile is a blue dragon.
Well then.
It's decently enough, though one crit is pretty much enough to take it out. And ooh, is jkoper gonna take a shot at it? jkoper's using the death necklace. Oh my, we got something here. Going in at level 17, attack power 130, defense 76.
I don't think this is gonna be successful.
Well, we'll see. Going all out with the Hurt Lords. And the thing is, the Dragon Lord is as well. So, frankly, at this point, that's probably better than whatever the Dragon Lord would have done physically, so we'll take
And
what we
it's
can.
dead.
And yeah, it for looks like 60, and that's all she wrote. Oh boy. It was a valiant effort, but since the Death Necklace was used, he's stuck outside of Tangential now.
Yeah, I wouldn't really consider that a good idea.
And it was... I appreciate the attempt. It was certainly a valiant effort on jkoper's side. If it worked, it would have been amazing. But unfortunately, Dragon Lord 1 was just too... well, it was proving resistant to Hurt Wars, and was just straight up beefy.
Yep, pretty much.
And meanwhile, Basp is grinding on these blue dragons and has taken the experience lead. I did not see. Did jkoper buy a shield? I didn't see.
Yeah.
It's level 18, power of 6, 10, 1, 0.
Alright, well, strength's finally into the orange.
And Tristal's grinding for money again. No doubt going to get that large shield. Now that he knows that's the best that he can get.
Yep. Wait, who got the large shield?
Nobody yet.
Oh.
But Tristal is doing a gold grind, presumably with that in mind.
Sorry, I'm a bit out of it.
So I'm curious to see if jkoper will be grinding on these blue dragons to get to level 18 as well. Oh no, he's gonna get to 18 right here and now.
So with that large shield, Basp does have a defense advantage. This is going to be an interesting sequence of events here, seeing who will be able to come out victorious.
Well, using Wayland's Love in the castle? Okay.
To see how much experience he needs to get to level 19.
Ah.
Sees it's about 1400 and decides no.
Let's see if it's enough.
Yep, attempt number 2. jkoper knows what Dragon Lord is capable of. Ooh, he's up for the stop spell, and it works! Very nice! As long as Dragon Lord keeps trying that, everything... That looks like this first phase will work out just fine.
Yep.
And okay, that's the first phase down. Alright, and leads off with stop spell again, and it does not work. So starts off with a roll of 10. Not the best.
Another roll of 10.
Considering that the ooh, another 10, ouch. Considering that the range for jkoper is 9 to 18.
Another 10, jeez.
Oh boy, I don't like these. Lower doesn't either, I'm sure. And ooh, Basp gets to level 19. Actually gets to 20. Dang, 19 and 20 were real close together. And it's another 800. It's another 850 for the next one. And because of that, I lost track of where jkoper's damage was at.
Same. I don't think it's looking very good for him, though.
He still has a few Gilmores left. It's not over until it's over, so...
Yeah, these are pretty low rolls, though.
Yeah, the RNG's not being kind. I'm presuming that he's keeping track of how much damage he's doing. If it gets too close to the end, we might try a last-ditch hurt form. We'll see.
Sorry, guys. Oh my gosh, he did it. Get your GGs in chat, folks.
Wow. On his last Healmore, too, he pulls it off. Props to jkoper. That was gutsy and impressive. Holy cow! Meanwhile, Basp just hitting level 21 is go ahead and using the Death Necklace as well, and gonna use some herbs and just jump right on in. Meanwhile, jkoper has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 50 seconds. GG. Meanwhile, while we were looking elsewhere, Emptyeye has hit level 16 and has has the full complement of spells now.
Yep.
Although, looking at the XP disparity, Tristal will probably be getting both of those levels in short order here.
Let me check the stats.
And Basp is through phase 1. Has only 67 MP here.
Yep, so Dragon Lord 1 has 183 HP. Dragon Lord 2 has 188.
And that's definitely a lot of attack power that Dragon Lord 1 had. But with 159 attack power, Basp is certainly hitting a lot harder than jkoper was. So even with 50-something magic, assuming he can get some good rolls, he probably should be okay. And Tristal now taking another stab at the Armored Knight now that he's at level 16. And still decides that the ambush is no.
Yeah.
And it looks like Emptyeye is trying to count out the tiles too, and it's in the right area, just not quite there. And Basp takes down Dragon Lord.
GG.
jkoper and Basp, they went about it in 2 different ways. They both got the job done at the end. And Basp finishes in 2nd place with an official SRL time of 1:42.49. GG. Meanwhile, Tristal takes down the Armored Knight and gets the token. And Emptyeye is still beachcombing for that armor.
Hits it.
And there it is. It's impressive that anyone's able to count out that many stats coordinates like that. I would never even have attempted that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So Tristal is about to get their rainbow drop. I think Emptyeye still has. I don't recall if Emptyeye ever actually has even found Hawksness yet.
I'm not sure.
That's pretty much the only thing he has left to do.
And gain quite a few more levels, hopefully.
Well, we saw what jkoper was able to do at 18, and I want to say that it's quite to get to 18.
Oh.
I want to say that jkoper and Basp hit 10k before they hit 18. And
hello.
Hi! GG's.
Yeah, hello,
GG.
Basp.
GG, I just jumped into the other race commentary by mistake.
Oops.
Oh my.
So, and we have jkoper in here as well. GG.
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 So, this seed was not really playing nice, was it?
I don't know. I mean, it felt like there was enough stuff to kill, but it was stuck with a bunch of other stuff that wasn't good to kill. So you had to filter things out a little bit.
Yeah, like the werewolves were probably one of the worst ones.
Yeah. I felt like I made two, or at least a couple of fairly big errors. Like, I didn't get the coordinates out of Cantlin right away because I didn't really have an easy way to do it. Maybe I could have done it with herbs, but I should have got them out of there sooner.
Yeah, most of the runners ended up using herbs to get that.
Yeah. I should have got those coordinates sooner, and then I just kind of lost a couple of places. I lost Cantlin, then I forgot where Swamp Cave was. So I was digging around a little bit. At least I got more of an experience out of walking around and being lost for them. And turns out I kind of needed things. Had I lost to the Dragon Lord there, I would have went right back in and tried again, because I could see that I had another few more available if I didn't cast a spell. But, yeah, that was certainly interesting.
Yeah, it came down to the wire there, and basically you and Basp, you were pretty much right there at Charlock at the same time. Because Basp, once he saw that it was the blue dragon there, pretty much grinded from, I think it was from 17 all the way to 21.
Yeah, that was a fortuitous grind.
I will often overgrind in Chaos Seeds, because, you know, the Dragon Lord fights can just be really rough. But I knew I had a pretty good shot at winning at whatever level I was at. Probably 18 or 19 or something, I'm not sure. But,
yeah, you were at 18.
Yeah, so I said I'm gonna give this a shot, and then if it doesn't work out, then I'm going to, then I'll grind some more, probably on those blue dragons. But, yeah, when that stop spell landed, that was pretty key.
Oh yes,
First
definitely.
one. And then he did not attack me once. I don't know what his max was, but he hit me for 60 that first fight. So.
I must have got hit for 76, I think, was the highest I got.
Oh, you actually got physical from Dragon Lord 1? I didn't see that.
But I think I used 3 Healmores on Dragon Lord 1.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all I did was a stop spell.
And meanwhile, Basp had more defense than jkoper did, not only going strength agility, but also having a large shield.
Yeah, I completely just said forget it with those shields. They didn't seem worth the time at all.
Yeah, how did you guys feel when you found no magic armor, no silver shield whatsoever? They were just not there.
Right, and the prices of small shields and large shields and any decent armor was like 10k plus.
Yeah, there was that too. No, aside from that very cheap flame sword, everything else was like cost prohibitive.
I was mostly freaking out at that point because I had assumed the area where where Cantlin was a dead end, and I must have found that probably, I imagine, 15-20 minutes after everybody else.
No, but that wasn't the only place with this flame sword, was it?
I kept getting blocked trying to explore the other direction over where Charlock was. I kept getting killed, then I started grinding more.
I think it might have been found in somewhere else, but Cantlin was for the first place anyone found it. So
I thought maybe I got one in one of Rimildar, or it's the other town there. Requiem, maybe?
No, Rimildar and Cantlin were close together. The other continent had Rickenary and Cole.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I am thinking of Cameron. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, that's surprising that you find that early, I guess.
That was a big whiff by me.
Yeah, and one thing that impressed me, Basp, that you were actually counting out steps. I mean, you were really close.
I missed it by one step.
Yeah, that. I knew you were gonna be kicking yourself when you went out and got the GPS and came back for it. Thing is, Emptyeye actually never did rescue Gwaelin and actually was beachcombing a bit until they found it.
As did Tristal, I think, right? Oh no.
No, Tristal rescued Gwaelin.
I must have searched 30.
Meanwhile, Tristal is grinding the blue dragons. It was a long stretch between level 17 and 18. My goodness. We're talking like a few thousand XP. Didn't you guys hit like 10k before you hit 18? Or something like that?
It was really close to that, yeah.
I think the next one after that was, I think 18 to 20. One of them was like 110 experience because I ended up grinding 2 more levels when I saw it, but I think I could have probably gone 1 level earlier. The last one was, I think, 4 more blue dragons, and I spent the time to grind it out when and jkoper finished while I was doing that.
Also, Emptyeye about to go get his sword, or can I go check the other location first?
Checking the vanilla sword spot. That's guarded by a rogue scorpion, because of course it is.
Well, I'm gonna drop out of the interview here. GG, jkoper, and thanks everybody.
Yeah, GG. So one thing that I noticed over the course of the seed, where were all the spells? You had I think there was like 5 spells at level 14. That was crazy.
Yeah, it was interesting. I kind of enjoy that a little bit when the seeds challenge. You use some sort of limited resources for what you're doing. I mean, we got a free flame sword basically, so it's
yeah,
than a lot worse.
but you didn't even get heal until level 14.
Yeah, I think hurt is a lot more important, and stop spell was useful too.
Oh yes, you had stop spell from the very beginning.
Yeah. Although it was annoying, like I don't know. It seemed like the enemies that were good at stop spell also had a ton of HP. So.
Well, that's how chaos tends to be sometimes. Still has no shield, though you didn't have a shield either, and things worked out well enough for you. Now it's just a question of, is Emptyeye, if he makes it to this blue dragon, will he spend the time grinding here as well? Tristal's got about a 1,700, well now 2,000 XP lead on Emptyeye right now. And I'm curious to see if either Emptyeye or Tristal, if either of them will use the Death Necklace as well, because both you and Basp ended up using it.
Yeah, I don't think I would have had a chance without using it.
Yeah, having
would have been 100. It was 120 AP the first time around, I believe. Would have been 126 the second time. That's not really conducive to a good Dragon Lord fight.
$652 more till good grief.
Yeah, like I said, there was a huge drought in levels between 17 and 18. That was a lot of XP you needed.
10,798 by my count. If I'm not mistaken.
And Emptyeye making it to the trap tile. Given Tristal's current magic, I would assume that because once Basp hit level 21, it was just one straight grind. It didn't even leave to heal, just went straight for Dragon Lord and was able to make do with that. I think started the Dragon Lord 2 fight at like 50-something magic and was able to pull it out. At level 21 plus Death Necklace had an AP attack power of 159, so it was able to do a lot more damage per hit.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It sounds like it would have been interesting to watch them side by side because, I guess he would have been catching up to me. But I suppose I finished like 3 minutes ahead, so I was done before he even started his fight.
Alright, here's our level up for Crystal.
Power 6910.
And it looks like 1,700 more till the next level.
Yeah, it's another 8 or 9 more blue dragons. Decides to leave, probably to heal. And Emptyeye's. Oh, he's gonna take the quick way.
And he's dead.
Well, that was kind of a given at that point. Didn't even get any information about the Dragon Lord's physical strength. Definitely seemed to favor hurt more over anything else.
Indeed.
Now the question is, will Emptyeye head back for Sherlock to grind, or does he have someplace else in mind?
Sherlock.
So, jkoper, you had 2 points going into this.
I do hope they decide to grind to level 20, just for everyone's sanity.
Anyway, jkoper, you had 2 points coming into this race. How does it feel getting that big fiver?
It feels good to get some more points for sure. I want to do well in this tournament. I would say I wasn't really towards the end of this race just because I was spending an awful lot of time walking around the map. But I guess my decision to just, go and fight the Dragon Lord is what paid off. it seemed like a pretty easy thing to do when Charlotte was so close to the castle.
Yeah, and it was definitely a gutsy move to go after the Dragon Lord right away like he did, but it definitely paid off. Meanwhile, Tristal is going straight for the Dragon Lord fight at level 18 without using the Death Necklace. At 126 attack power, we'll see how this fares. Oh, ow! Dragon Lord melees for 82.
Ouch.
Yes, big ouch. Big ouch. Yeah, you'd rather see the hurt mores at that point. And, you know, Tristal's spamming hurt mores and they're not doing a darn thing. Oh, there's one.
Yeah, my hurt mores were about 50-50 during the first fight on Dragon Lord 1. I think a few landed in a row and then I needed one more and it wouldn't land. So the second fight after the stop spell landed, I just decided to go with physical attacks and that worked much better because I needed that MP for Dragon Lord 2.
And speaking of which, Tristal going into Dragon Lord 2 fight with 61.
And stop spells.
Yeah, I think everyone led with a stop spell going into it just in case.
Oh, like it landed.
Well, either which way, it doesn't look like Dragon Lord 2 actually has anything, but goodness knows there's no way for you guys to know that ahead of time. And finally, Emptyeye hits level 18. And decides to go back for more.
Yeah, can't blame him.
Yeah, at 126 attack power, 81 defense, that's kinda iffy there. And ooh, Tristal's breaking out the hurt mores, and the first one doesn't do anything. Ooh, uses another one, and that was a last-ditch effort, and down he goes. And with that, Emptyeye passes him on the XP front. Oh, Emptyeye is actually using hurt mores to take out the blue dragons. Definitely killing him. Using more MP doing so is going to have to head out to leave and heal soon before too long.
I'm sure he probably intended that. Just like grind, heal up, and then
it helps that Charlock's not that far away. Meanwhile, Emptyeye does not have Gwaylin's Love, so he wouldn't be able to check and see how much XP is required for level 20.
So he counted out for the armor?
Yep.
Yes, yep. Ended up beachcombing a bit, but he was able to find it.
Yeah, I think if there's any question in Chaos, then you just pick up Gwaylin's Love, because then you've got the XP check as well, so...
Yeah. And because when I saw those coordinates, it was like 110 south. It's like, I wouldn't have even tried. So it's the fact that Basp and Emptyeye was actually even able to get into the right region of the world where the armor was I find that very impressive.
Yeah, this will be over shortly, though, hopefully.
both of our runners are at 18, and it didn't take too long to get to 19 if they want to grind that far.
I think level 20 was immediately on top of it, too.
Right. And I think 21 was like 100 or 1 or 200 experience away on top of that. So.
But Emptyeye has no way of knowing that. Also, I hear myself in the background.
Tristal's going ahead and taking the grind to 19. I think Emptyeye shouldn't be too far before getting 19.
One thing that scared me is there were a couple enemies that I didn't kill until late because I didn't realize that they had become killable. Like the Madroverns were right near start, and they died in one hit late game, and they were worth 200 and something XP. I think that was the first time I looked at it, 17 or 18.
And Emptyeye hits 19. Power 7, speed 1, hit points 10, magic 4. So that's attack power of a 133. So neither Emptyeye or Tristal have used the Death Necklace, at least not yet. And this Scorpion is just not letting Emptyeye through.
Just kill the thing.
And there's level 20. Just like that. Power 6, speed 2, hit points 15, magic 6. Although at this point, having to spend so much resources just to even get back to this point. And Tristal hits 19.
At this point, Emptyeye is probably going to hit 21.
Oh yeah, probably. Most likely. Though the bigger question is, will he have enough MP to last the entire Dragon Lord fight?
That is a good question.
Especially if you're encountering these wraiths and scorpions are just being a nuisance.
Nope, no level 21.
Oh, it required another 857, so it's a little bit out of reach just from the walk to from the trap pile of the Dragon Lord.
Oh, was it that much? I thought it was less.
Yeah, I thought it was too. But Emptyeye about to make the first attempt against the Dragon Lord. Does not use the Death Necklace.
No real need to.
AP of 139, that'll be a range of what, 9 to 19 against Dragon Lord 2?
I honestly don't know how that works.
Well, it's basically take your attack power, subtract 100, and then cut it in half, round down, and there's the maximum. And cut it in half again, round down, and there's the minimum.
Yeah, so 9 to 19.
Didn't you say 149?
139.
Oh, 139. Sorry. Yeah, 139, 9 to 19.
One thing that was concerning during your second attempt at the start, you were just getting 10, 10, 10. You probably couldn't have liked seeing those.
Oh, yeah, I didn't really do the math. I didn't know what my range was.
Yeah, your AP was 136, so it was 9 to 18.
Right. I was just going for it.
And
Whatever happened, happened.
And Tristal hits level 21.
Yep. Now it's...
And how much more experience? Another 18, 1900. And he's leaving. Looks like he might be healing his MP back before taking a stab at the Dragon Lord again.
Yeah, not a bad play.
Nah, it's a safer play for sure. And meanwhile, Emptyeye is about to
on
use
his last couple hits.
Just using his last heal more. Will it be enough?
Let's hope. Last hit. Nope.
Ah, darn. Valiant effort, but it wasn't quite enough. But at least A, the MP is back up to full, and B, didn't use the death necklace, so wasn't kicked out at 1 HP. That's a really risky thing to do when you're using the death necklace. In my position, I would have made if I was using the death necklace, I wanted to make darn sure that would have been the successful one, but that's me.
I don't think it's a big deal, not with a town nearby where you can heal up.
Yeah, but I noticed that when you died, you only took one step, got an encounter, and died again. Which really is not that big of a consequence, but it's a wary thing that when just one encounter can send you back in that situation.
Yeah, that was my fault for not healing first.
Alright, so Emptyeye's back in Sharlock. Tristal's already back in. Has max HP at 172, max MP at 137. Hasn't used any of it yet. If he's able to take all of that to the Dragon Lord fight, that should be automatic. Ooh, and he does use the Death Necklace. That's his HP down to 1P at 159, just like Basp did. I think we're gonna be just fine. Although if the Dragon Lord hits for 60, that's a whole other issue.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where you're thankful that the Dragon Lord is... Oh, there's another hit for 82. Ouch. This is a situation where you really want the Dragon Lord to be spamming Hurt More's Hatchet. But Tristal is through. Still has 121 magic left. As long as he's not doesn't miss menu in a vital moment, this should be Tristal's fight to lose.
Yep. And with that, Emptyeye's to 21.
we'll see if he decides to use the Death Necklace as well, leading up to the Dragonlord fight.
It's also kind of nice having the Death Notes while you're going through Sherlock, since it's just inordinately hard to run from them based on how running works in Chaos. And it's a lot easier to just smack through things sometimes.
And I want to say, you guys had the Death Necklace pretty much from very early on.
It was in the treasury of Tantagel.
Ah, yes. So it wasn't, you didn't have to search high and low for it, and Dragonlord goes down for Crystal. And with that, Tristal finishes in third place with an official lesser all time of 2 hours, 16 minutes, and 15 seconds. GG. Meanwhile, Emptyeye is about to enter the Dragonlord fight once again, just leading off with 117 magic this time. Does not use the Death Necklace, though. So, given how hard the Dragonlord hits with the melee attacks, having more HP is definitely not a bad thing. And that was a little bit of a risk to fight at swinging at 51, but that was enough to move on to phase 2.
Yep. I think that Tristal already left.
Fair enough. Okay then. As though it's getting kind of late for a lot of us, I don't blame him for wanting to head off to bed or whatever else. Ooh boy, Dragonlord's physicals are hitting for 48. That's not a nice thing to see.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Let's see, Tristal's in chat, and yeah, I don't blame you for being salty. This seed was kind of mean at times, particularly on the equipment front.
My apologies, Tristal, for the seed.
And Dragonlord goes down. Yeah, and with that, Emptyeye finishes in 4th place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 18 minutes, and 58 seconds. GG.
Okay, I'm gonna hop out of here. Thanks so much for the stream commentary.
Yep. Thank you. GG, jkoper.
GG's.
Thanks.
And we're gonna see if we can get Emptyeye in for an interview.
He says he'll give it a try.
have Emptyeye in the booth. GG.
GG's. Yeah, your mic doesn't seem to be working.
Okay, let's try that.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, cool. It forced me into push-to-talk mode here.
Yeah, this particular Discord server does that.
Alright, no problem.
GG.
Yeah, so GG to everyone else, and everyone, you know, who was listening. That was... I make no claims that I know anything about what I can win in Chaos mode, so...
Yeah, Chaos mode tends to make
I'm not gonna lie, I was really worried that Erdrick's sword was gonna be in that last chest in Mountain Cave, where I got to it and then died on the chest and just never bothered checking it again.
Ooh, ouch, yeah, that sucks.
Oh my. Yeah.
So, how did you feel about this heat as a whole?
Well, I don't do a whole lot of Chaos. It's technically probably only my second Chaos seed after the League Blitz that was a couple weeks ago. So I don't have much of a base just to compare it to. But it felt like everything had Demon and upgrade. Because stuff was just dodging me left and right, twice in a row, 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row, and it was probably a good thing I didn't have my webcam up on my screen. So it was getting a little tilting from that.
Yeah, I can imagine. It also didn't help that the spells were just not fair for the most part. You didn't get heal until level 14.
Yeah, heal and then hurt was also fairly late as well.
Yeah, I think
it was earlier than heal. So.
I think it was at like 10 or 11. Yeah.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I did. Eventually get a flame sword pretty early on, and that wasn't much help against, some of the really juicy enemies that you wanted to kill, or at least some of the ones that I found.
That and the armor just wasn't really there to be had. There was no magic armor, there was no silver shield at all, and I didn't even know that. I didn't even think that was possible in random.
Oh yeah, that's possible. I actually went completely shieldless. I just never bought one because I didn't have the gold for both shield and armor.
Yeah,
I knew roughly how much the full plate and the large shield were, but I didn't know exactly.
They were both like 10k, 12k in that range.
Yeah, they were both in like the 12k range.
Yeah, jkoper ended up going shieldless as well.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't seem like that was... If you're gonna go one or the other, yeah, I ended up getting the full plate and then just going without a shield. Just risking that Dragon Lord 2 was gonna hit me for 50 or 51 or whatever the max was.
Or 82, as it turns out.
Wow. Yeah, Dragon Lord 1 hit really hard too, but fortunately he only actually attacked me once. Other than that, it was like just hurt more, so...
Yeah, that's definitely a situation where you like it when they're just spam hurt more all the time.
Yeah, definitely. But, yeah, I was really actually I was surprised that Tristal didn't finish sooner, honestly. I was like... Honestly, I was considering, because it's actually pretty late here, I have to work in the morning, I was considering when, if he had finished sooner at that point, just kind of not forfeiting, honestly, just because not because I'm necessarily rage quitting, but just because I have to get to work in the morning. But
yeah, I know the feeling.
I think I was just about starting the Dragon Lord fight where I won.
It was pretty much a tale of two. It was we had kind of two races. It was mostly a race between like jkoper and basp were more or less neck and neck, and you and Tristal were pretty much neck and neck throughout the entire race.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool then. But, yeah, so I had some issues with counting out the armor stuff because I knew that the castle had to be near the north edge of the map, and so I just kind of figured, well, I'll get in kind of the 23 East zone. And I know that, 110 South has to be either the south border or 1 away from the south border, or 2 away from the south border. And so you really saw me just searching a bunch of squares until I found the armor, and then I was like, phew, okay.
Yeah, the thing is, you were the only one that didn't rescue Gwalen, and I am impressed by you counting out that far.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I mean, Basp ended up counting it down that way, too, and just didn't quite search thoroughly enough and ended up going back and coming back with the GPS.
Yeah, I missed it by like 1 or 2 spots.
Yeah, that was kind of what I figured, because that's probably what I did too at first. If I didn't have I don't think I searched the very bottom border until last.
I think just getting it in the right region of the world is probably more than I could have ever done, so props to you for that.
No, thank you, I appreciate that. I did something right this seed, I guess. I've definitely done the try and fail to count out the squares before, so it was nice that even if it took me quite a few searches, it was nice that I eventually got there.
Yeah, when I saw it was 110, I knew, for me, I wouldn't have even tried it.
Well, what's funny is the 110 was the part that, like I said, I sort of counted how many squares we were north or south of the north edge of the map. So it wasn't, like, I wasn't necessarily counting 110 south. It was just like, okay, the castle is, I don't know, 7, 8, however many squares it was, away from the north edge. And I know the world is 120 by 120.
See, so, I didn't have that. I didn't even have that knowledge, so I would never have known that one.
Okay, yeah. So it's helpful to know. Yeah, the world is 120 by 120. For people who didn't know. So it was like, well, it's got to be close to or on the south edge of the map. And honestly, I actually didn't think it was on the south edge. I thought it was 1 away. That's why I didn't check the very south edge until it was like, okay, in the right area, where the heck is this stupid armor? So
it turns out you were the only runner that did not end up using the Death Necklace. So were you just comfortable with your attack power at level 21?
Yeah, comfortable with the attack power, and also it was one of those things where I didn't particularly, even though Garenham was kind of close by, since I didn't know exactly how much health the Dragon Lord actually had, and because this is Chaos mode, I didn't want to risk putting on the Death Necklace and then losing, and then getting, kicked out of the castle with 1 HP and no other resources, so...
Yeah, we ended up seeing that happen to jkoper, it turns out. Because he ended up, everybody else beat him at 21, jkoper beat him at 18.
Oh, wow.
And it took a couple tries, too. He first tried it at 17 with the Death Necklace on.
Oh, wow.
And
yeah.
that took a lot of guts to do.
Yeah.
I would props to him for that.
Yeah, definitely. Because during the fight, I definitely had enough HP to put on the Death Necklace. Clear. It was just, if it were, vanilla randomizer where I know roughly what the HP range of the Dragon Lord is, and I know he's not going to smack me for 50-something damage in Form 1, then I probably would have put it on. Because this is Chaos, and because you just don't know any of that, I figured, well, I have good attack power, I actually like the really high HP, so I can, even if he hits me hard, I'm still probably going to get a double attack or 2 in there, just from sheer amount of HP, so...
Playing it safe, there's nothing wrong with that.
Any last thoughts, though?
Not particularly. I think overall I did enjoy that seed. It was definitely kind of a challenge to gain levels at points and to hit anything. And I do wish I had kind of counted out the gold grind a little bit more, or more definitively tried to gold grind in a couple places. Because I was in the bottom of the grave, I think it was, and I was like, oh, I'll just gold grind here, and then I realized, oh wait, I have to get out of here somehow. I don't have outside, I don't have any magic, so...
Yeah.
That was the first time I had ever seen the gold grind happen in an actual cave, not in the treasury. That was I found that a bit funny.
Okay, well, I'm I'm glad I could amuse you and entertain you and teach you some things at any rate, even if I did end up in 4th place.
But hey, you finished the seed. That's impressive in its own right.
I did, and I wasn't that far off of 3rd place either. So, you know, I probably, if I'd had a little more MP going into the Dragon Lord fight, the previous one, I actually probably could have won it and taken 3rd, but oh well, such is life.
Alright then, so that brings this race to a close. So looking into what's going to be happening in future races here, if I can pull up the schedule here. Looks like on Friday at 6 o'clock we have Jackamus Wedge, Ryguy, Bryce Sulf, and Angry Larry. That's at 6 o'clock Eastern. And at 10 o'clock Eastern we have the Hangry Canuck, Zarnax, the Seawolf, and Scorpion Max. So if you enjoyed this bit of chaos, we got more lined up for you. So thanks to Math Girl for restreaming and jumping into commentary and sharing the tracking duties. It's not an easy job. I having to do multitask like this. So I give all our races a follow, give Math Girl a follow, and alongside her I am Melee Wizard, and have a nice night.
Night everybody.